Hey, this is Kristen Tschida, and I just want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. If you can see these boards behind me that I got at Hobby Lobby, what they say has really been part of one of my life mottos. And so together, they built a life they loved. My husband and I have truly built a life that we have loved. We have 3 wonderful children, and we have been so blessed. But that life that we love is really a life that's focused on God. That we have centered our life around His presence, and He has made all the difference in our lives. So part of the ministry that I do is I just speak to who you are as one who is loved by God, as one who is known by God, as one who is seen by God. God knows your story. He sees your story. When nobody else knows what's going on, God knows. So part of what I do is I just want you to be able to build a life that you love in God. And so here's what is true, that I really believe you are a messenger of hope. You're a messenger of love as you're rooted and established in Jesus, and you grow in intimacy with Him. You bring His hope, you bring His love, you bring His life to a world in need. And the church, that's you and I, we are meant to lead the world, not to be followers of it. So part of what I do in my ministry is that I just encourage you, I come alongside of you, I give resources that will cause your heart to grow in God, to grow in understanding of who God is, and to grow in understanding of who you are in the purposes of God. That this is a time in history that you have been born in, and it's not just accidental or coincidence. God has His timing for each one of us to be strategically placed in the place, the city where you live, the church where you go, the workplace that you have. God is about using you right where you're at. So here's what is true. You're made for more than this world has to offer. You're made to bask in the love of a Father and to live daily under His smile. You're more powerful than you know. There's no one like you on earth. There has never been anyone created like you, nor will there ever be anyone created like you. So you are a unique design, and God has put His stamp of approval upon your heart, and you're called for great things. You have a message to bring to the world. You're a carrier of God's glory. You're a carrier of His presence. You were created for intimacy. You're created to know and to be known. You are a sign to all the earth to show what the kingdom of heaven is like, to show what God is like, to show what heaven is like, to show what Jesus, how He lives and works and moves. This is what you are made for. You are a victorious overcomer. There aren't any obstacles that don't have opportunity, unlimited potential and possibility. And I really want you to grow in all that God has for you. I want you to build a life that you love, that's rooted in God, that's grounded in His Word. This book right here is my favorite. Sorry, I disappeared for a moment. This is my favorite book of all time because you know what? It can't be measured. It's limitless. It has limitless power. You can't say, well, I have my Bible that's 8.5 by 11 or 6 by 9, because it is full and it's rich and it's deep. And it's like anytime you open it up and you start to dig, there's treasure that you just continue to pull up and dig up. And this is the greatest joy of our lives, that God has written us a love letter that to tell us who He is, to explain who we are, and to cause us to move with Him to change our world. So no matter where you're at, no matter how old you are, whether you're a 2-year-old, whether you're a 90-year-old, you are strategically placed right now, in this time, in this season, to affect your sphere, to affect your world right where you are. You have great influence. So come along with me on a journey. I've got devotionals on this page. I have Bible time with Mrs. Tschida. That's for young ones, little ones. that's age appropriate to help them grow in their knowledge of God and to grow in faith. And you can check out KristenTschida.com for many more resources. I've written several books and studies that can help you grow and become who it is that God has called you to be. Let His word go deep. Let His love go deep. Be planted in the soil of His love so that you can build a life that you love because it's centered and focused around God and His presence, His glory, and His kingdom. Thanks for joining me, and welcome to Kristen Tschida Ministry page on YouTube channel.